Guys, I've been following Rydall for the longest time, since 2019 to be exact. And one of his biggest long-term or old rivalry beefs, which I remember very correctly, was Ashley Gray. Rydall has been on Ashley Gray's ass for forever. Rydall was the first person to come out and stand 10 toes deep in stating that Ashley Gray, the infamous Ashley Gray, is running an account management scam. And of course, nobody ever wants to listen to Rydall because they think all the time that he's talking shit. But the one thing that will always come full circle is death, taxes, and Rydall Ficks being proven correct.
Let's get this party started! Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the biggest and best forex scam exposing channel in South Africa. This is another video that is coming full circle. Reason being, 3 years ago we exposed Ashley Gray for taking in money without being regulated to do so, trading on people's behalf without being regulated to do so, and when we made him aware of this, he told me to fuck off.
Deal with that energy. Listen to this, but Ash, why you charge signal for 500 rand per trade? Now, one of the boy, I think I know who's running this page, trading up, Rydall. That boy must fuck off. Okay, but the problem is people push. Look, I don't respond to nonsense.
FSA press release, 18th December 2024, the Financial Sector Conduct Authority has imposed an administrative penalty of 2,113,225 Rand on Mr. Ashley Machewe Mpaka, further mentioned as Mpaka, and debarred him for a period of 20 years. The regulatory action followed an investigation by the FSCA in respect of Grayshaw Investments. The FSCA has handed its investigation report over to the South African Police Services. The FSCA will actively assist the SAPS if requested. The findings of the FSCA investigation include that Mpaka solicited deposits from the members of the public with the promise to manage their trading accounts and or trade on their behalf. The FSCA found that Mr. Mpaka contravened Section 7 of the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act number 37 of 2002 by rendering financial services without being duly authorized to do so. Mpaka further contravened Section 139 of the Financial Sector Regulation Act number 9 of 2017 by failing to cooperate with the investigators during the investigation. So Ashley then also tip, so die man het nog steek gefriet ook getrek. Okay guys, so I pulled up all of these different acts and we are gonna go through them because I need you guys to understand why this is happening. Section 7 of the FIRES Act says authorization of financial services providers. 7.1. With effect from a date determined by the minister by notice in the Gazette, a person may not act or offer to act as a financial services provider unless such person has been issued with a license under Section 8. Subject to Section 40, a transaction concluded on or after the date contemplated in subsection 1 between a product supplier and any client by virtue of any financial service rendered to the client by a person not authorized as a financial services provider or by any other person acting on behalf of such unauthorized person is not unenforceable between the product supplier and the client merely by reason of such a lack of authorization. Okay, so basically what they are saying here, if you are selling products in the markets, right, you also need to be regulated to be able to do so. And if you have someone that is working for you, that is selling your products, that person needs to be regulated. And if both of you aren't, and guys, I need you guys to understand, the fines are gonna be stepped up now simply because they want to show you guys an example. You guys can't keep on doing what you guys are doing and hoping that you won't get caught. Now, the other thing that was also highlighted is the Financial Sector Regulation Act that was broken, and as you guys can see, it handles with interference with investigations. 139.1, a person may not intentionally or negligently interfere with or hinder the conduct of an investigation. 2. Subject to section 140, a person who is given a notice or directive in terms of this part must comply with the requirements in the notice or directive as the case may be. Subject to section 140, a person who is asked a question in terms of this part must answer the question fully and truthfully to the best of the person's knowledge. A person may not, except with a lawful excuse, refuse or fail to comply with any reasonable request by an investigator in connection with the conduct of an investigation. A person may not give an investigator any information that is false or misleading, including by omission, which is leaving out facts, and is relevant to an investigation, if the person knew that the information was false or misleading, including by omission. So as you guys can see, Ashley Gray did some of this. It's either he didn't comply and send what was needed to be sent, or he left out things, right? Because that is obviously what omission means. You are leaving out things that you know can burn you in the ass. So, 3 years later, guys, I don't want to rub it in people's faces and be on that parade of, oh, I told you so, I told you so. But I mean, I told you so. And when I did that, right, this man told me to fuck off, not realizing that although I'm not the law, and if I was the law, I would have caught up by you then already. But because I'm not the law, you still have an opportunity, right, to change your behavior. Go and get FCA regulated for whatever service you are giving, whether it is signals, whether it is a mentorship course, whether it is selling robots, whether it is account management, whether it is investments. Go and get FCA regulated, because I can promise you guys, somewhere, somehow, there is a law that requires you to be FCA regulated. I mean, when you even look here at the FIRES Act, right? Subject to 40, a transaction concluded on or after the date of contemplated in subsection 1 between a product supplier. What is a robot? A product. And any client by virtue of financial service rendered. What does that robot do for you? A financial service? Like, I'm gonna need you guys to stop being dumb. This is not me witch hunting the industry. This is not me witch hunting you as a service provider. This is not me just trying to make content of the mistakes that you guys are making. This is literally me coming to warn you guys. Listen, this is what you are doing wrong. These are the laws that you are breaking. Get FCA regulated so that all of that is covered. But you guys keep on calling me a hater. And one by one, everyone that I've warned you guys about have been picked up by the FCA. 3 years ago, I warned you about Sandile Sheze. What has happened? I warned you guys about Jason Noah. What has happened? I warned you guys about Louis Jr. Chakwane. What has happened? I warned you guys about MTI. What has happened? I warned you guys about this specific case. And you guys know what's so funny about this case? I stood 10 toes with this man. I even went live on TikTok and argued with this man. Simply because I know I was right. Not because I came from my opinion, not because I want to be right, but because I'm coming from the perspective of the law. So if I've exposed you for anything, whether it is a mentorship course, whether it is a robot, whether it is signals, whether it is account management, whether it is investments, if I've exposed you for anything, I'm gonna need you to please get yourself ready. It is only a matter of time. The FCA is gonna come to you pretty soon. And keep in mind, the bigger the amount of people you scammed, the quicker the FCA is gonna get to you. Guys, let this be proof that I'm not a hater of no one in this industry. If you've done wrong, eventually the long arm of the law will get to you. If you have done wrong, eventually you will be fined for it. And some people, like Ashley Gray, is being fined 2.1 million rand for it. So before catching on nonsense, before scamming people, think to yourself, are these the amounts of money that you want to pay for scamming people? And to you young ones that is watching my channel, that is looking to give services, heed my warnings. What I have exposed about everyone on my channel can be applied to everyone else. So be careful. Don't fraudulently mislead people, because fraudulent misrepresentation is the start of scamming. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I sincerely appreciate you guys. You won't know how much your support means to me. Don't forget, please smash the like button, leave your comments in the comment section, and if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to this channel. More exciting content on its way. I'll take you guys in my next video. Cheers. I've been away for a couple of days, but I'm back now. I'm well rested, and I got some good news for you guys. We actually scooped an award at this year's Ficks Awards banquet. This elegant event was focused on Ficks celebrating their top partners for their dedication and determination towards making an impact in this industry. It was captivating, motivating, really thoughtful, and from entrance to exit, you could see the Ficks management really put in effort into showing their partners they are appreciated. Use the link in my description to join a team that recognizes you and your impact in this industry.